I'm gonna be entirely honest. I have no clue what I'm gonna say in this video, so bear with me. Uh, Jaylen Waddle is 5'9", 180, with an average BMI. He was a 4-star out of high school, and he got the 6th overall pick. He was selected with the 6th overall pick, giving him elite draft capital. Okay. Waddle was really, really good in the 4 games this past season as Devontae Smith's partner in crime, but you can't extrapolate that. So in the 4 games that he was entirely healthy, he put up this stat line, this stat line, this stat line, this stat line. So he puts up 4 touchdowns, about 600 yards. No, about 500 yards. Like it's really good, right? And in the same 4 games, Devontae Smith was worse, by quite a big margin. I mean, not big, but by a sizable margin. Was he better than Devontae in this time? Yes. Is he better than Devontae? Who knows? It's best that we treat him as a player with great draft capital, but we can't figure out how good he is because we don't have a complete profile. This guy. So the thing with Bama in general is, at one point they had so much. Well, actually, the entire time he was there, they had so much talent that it was like Russian roulette of who's gonna get the ball, right? It was like, okay, this play it's gonna be going to Judy no matter what. This play it's gonna be going to Smith. This play to Waddle. This play to Ruggs, and it's just really, really, really hard to evaluate that through numbers and through tape, because if Alabama calls 20% of their plays for Jaylen Waddle, was that just like an arbitrary number, or was he because, or was it because that he was worse than Jerry Jeudy, who got like 25%? Like it's impossible to like evaluate that, right? Because like oftentimes, okay, so like when they're facing like Mississippi, right? Like Mississippi doesn't have the talent to even come close to competing with Jerry Jeudy, Henry Ruggs, Devontae Smith, and Jaylen Waddle. So Alabama can just mess around with them and like throw to like whoever they want to, right? Like I don't think Tua and Mac Jones were going through their entire reads and saying, okay, this guy's open. I think they were just like, okay, this play goes to Waddle to like appease him, right? Like it's so hard to evaluate that through anything, right? So what I'm trying to say with Waddle is I can't evaluate him. What I can do is say, okay, he got great draft capital and he's pretty athletic, so he's a good pick, and he must be, and his floor is like a late first rounder at that point. I mean, if you get 6 like draft capital overall, like you can't be bad, and you're gonna be used, and some like there's a certain level of target share that comes with being picked that early, but it's impossible to say anything past that, Go ahead and use your film takes, I guess. Go ahead and watch him for yourself and say, hey, I want this guy. Go ahead and evaluate his landing spot, because there's nothing that, oh fuck, landed on my foot. There's nothing that can give you a full picture of this guy. He has an incomplete profile, and that's fine. I mean, he got the draft capital, so like he's a good enough prospect. But do anything you want to go ahead and make yourself confident about this guy, because I don't know what to say. Okay, I'm gonna draft him pretty high just because of his draft capital, but I'm not going out of the way to like get him. If you saw something on tape that you like, go ahead and do it. If you like where he went, like go ahead and do it. But I can't tell you anything about this guy, and quite frankly, I'm not gonna say you can either, because like I guess there's ways to like quantify it, but it's really, really, really hard. And if you think you have a firm grasp on him, you're probably wrong. It's really hard to get a guy like this right, because there's not enough to go off of. So all in all, draft capital is very important. So you need to draft him pretty early, but you'd be wrong in saying that you know exactly what he's going to be, because his profile is not complete. So if you try to extrapolate this, you're doing it wrong. Okay, that's not a good notion. But go ahead and draft him in the mid first round, I guess, or mid to late first round, non super flex, because He got the draft capital, but once again, you're doing it wrong if you think that you can, if you think you have a full grasp on this guy's profile, because you don't. It's impossible to have a grasp on his profile. So anybody like this in the future, they either like Rondale Moore, right? Like Moore, at least we had one great season and we have testing, right? So I can even like you can evaluate him like a little bit better, I guess. But guys like Moore and Waddle, they're really hard to pick, and you can't say with any certainty that he's this good, because they just didn't do it for long enough, But go ahead, bank on the draft capital and draft Waddle pretty early. But do your homework and be responsible with guys like this. That's all I'm asking, okay, guys? So yeah, have a good day. Have a good day.